I jam out every time. Welcome to Paneloids Comic Books and More. Happy new comic book day to everyone. I'm Pierre, your host, and with me tonight, I'm joined by Kyle, Dimitri, and a special guest, a guest that most would call a very nice young man.
Thank you.
The Cosmic Collector. That's right. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And with that, let's get right into it. It's new comic book day, guys. That means the day that you pick up your comic books, the new day that you get to go and you go pick up your books. It's a great day. We're going to start with Batman, number 4 by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. I'm liking this. I'm liking the direction that Batman's going in right now.
I love the Minotaur. I think it's so cool.
Yeah, it really is a cool villain. Kyle, what are you thinking?
The fingers really bother me. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Fingers really make me uncomfortable. Yeah, it's like one too many. Like 2 extra. I don't know.
I do like how he's like tying it back into like the Taurus and the 7 knotted circle and everything. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's why you're here, because I didn't think about why there was 7 fingers.
No, not at all.
Okay. I was just like, no, don't like it. And they keep zooming in on it every page. Not a fan. Otherwise, he's cool.
I think it plays into Taurus being the bull, right? Like that's what a Taurus is. The bull,
yes.
So the Minotaur, and
100%. They're really playing off of that. What was that?
He said it's like a World of Warcraft character.
No, you're a World of Warcraft character.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's a Tauren.
It's a Taurian.
No, Tauren. It's okay.
It's a Tauren.
Yeah. From Thunderbluff. Yep. It's all right.
Yep, okay. You're gonna keep going.
Continue.
I kind of felt like Court of Owls a little bit. In just like that whole like underground like society thing going on. Like I don't like it feels like it's gonna get bigger and bigger with this whole like Taurus thing and like this organization. I don't know. That was my like feeling, or it may be a little smaller than that, because Court of Owls felt like a much bigger like it's taking over all of Gotham. I don't know how big this actually group is going to end up being, but
it feels like the middle ground between like the Court of Owls and I don't know if y'all read Tynion's Batman run, but the Broker. Like the Broker was the one who handled all the criminal money, but he's kind of a step up. Like he handles all the money, but he's also in charge, so it's kind of like the court. I think it's really cool. I love Matt Fraction's run because it's all like Paul Dini's, where it's like very episodic and everything's kind of its own issue, but there's like an overarching thing. So I really like what Matt Fraction's doing with Batman.
Yeah, I'm not normally into the episodic, personally. I'm into I want like a saga, but it is building, like you said. But I mean, the art is just so insane. The colors are so insane. It's good, and then he has to just add a little bit of Bruce Wayne, Riz, right? A little bit of
yeah.
That's a cool move with the spoiler warning, right? Spoiler warning. Besides, we ruining the 7 fingers, which is absolutely disgusting. So the treadmill scene, like how smooth, like stopping someone treadmill while they're on it and catching them. Like I make you fall and I catch you, and now you're in my arms. Do you want to go on a date? Come on.
And it's Bruce Wayne. Like you're not going to say no to Bruce Wayne.
That's cool. I like that.
I feel like a lot of books have been kind of forgetting that side of Bruce Wayne a little bit, and I feel like this is like one of the first times in a while that like we really get to see like it was like almost like a movie scene, like a romantic comedy movie scene,
Like he's not a ladies' man, but he will be if he needs to be.
Yeah,
like, he can be anything.
She has information he needs. That's all.
Yeah, but Dr. Zeller, the woman you are.
Yeah, no, they did her right.
I think some of the art in it too was cool. Like one of my favorite panels was where he was looking at who he captured. I don't want to ruin it for everyone, but he was looking at who he captured through the mask, and you could see his eyes through that guy's mask, and like the guy was like kind of waking up, and like he wasn't sure what was like happening, and he's like looking at himself like through the eyes. It was actually kind of funny. So that was a cool scene.
A little subtle thing I like is the bat gadgets. Like every time he uses one, it gives you like a little information box.
Yes,
that's really cool because we always see him using them, but we never really know exactly what they are. So I think that's a cool addition.
I think that's awesome for someone that's like jumping on that doesn't really know a lot about Batman, and just being able to learn just a little bit more. But even for just anyone that's ever followed Batman, it's cool because you, to your point, you never get to see exactly what he's using. So now we're definitely going to want to buy all the toys when they come out. The next book up is DCKO Knightfight #2 with Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora. Knightfight #1 definitely ended with me wanting more. Knightfight #2 made me wish that this was just like an expansive series, and like we were just gonna get like so much more of this. I know it's limited, but like #2, the world that we're in right now, which is spoiler, it's Red Hood's, I guess, Gotham. Crazy.
That's what happens when you give Joshua Williamson the Bat Family.
Yeah. Oh, it's an incredible mind trip that he's on right now, and we're here for it. I'm gonna say that this is probably one of my favorite Batman costumes of all time. Like
the Red Hood or Batman's?
The red. Well, first off, yes, everything happening. All the suits have been sick, but Red Hood's Batman suit with the red Batman helmet and then the red cape, sick. Especially
and the fact that it's in a red, black, and white color scheme just makes it pop even more. Yeah.
Oh, they played with colors so well when entering like the different worlds. Like I love it.
Dude, finally someone writes Red Hood good. It's
Red Hood needed this.
But after that issue 1 got canceled, I was like, we're never gonna get Red Hood again.
Yep. I forgot that happened.
Yeah.
The scene though, when he, first, I mean, spoiler for the whole beginning of the book, but when he like wakes up in Red Hood's Gotham and he's in the prison cell and Red Hood's like, you're like, oh, which one are you this time? And he starts rattling off versions of Batman. And he mentions like, oh, what are you, the buff one with an axe? Mm-hmm. How great. Like, how great.
Love a good little reference.
Yeah, no, that was cool.
It kind of reminds me from, I don't know if y'all ever read the Wildcat series by Matthew Rosenberg. It was like a recent one, I think 2022, 2023. At one point, Grifter like wakes up in a hospital bed, and he like throughout the series he does this, but he was having dreams of a universe where everyone was turned into zombies, and it's little references that he does throughout the series to Elseworlds, because he has like this like vision of them, but to him they're just dreams, and I thought that was a cool little kind of like reference that they did in Knightfight.
Anyone else getting not lost, but like I know it's playing tricks on him, right? So he obviously this has gone from DCKO where he's cheated and now he's being punished, right? And going through these different dimensions. But like the conversations that these Robins are having with him, like first Dick and now Tim, I'm almost like, wait, is it real? Is it not real? Like I'm almost like, I don't know if he should be doing this or not.
No, I think Jason, just to correct you, I think it's 100%, 100% like his head. Like it's just Darkseid's essence causing this nightmare fuel from his mind, like kind of like using it against it, just like the, KO, like kind of seeing some corruption from the next issue we're going to talk about. But I think it's the same kind of thing. It's just like the corruption seeping in, and like it's almost like a compliment, but also a slap in the face. It's like, this is what you believe your children could become, but you also hate it because it's not you. Yeah. So it's like
that's his nightmare, is a world that no longer needs him as Batman.
Yeah, because then he's nothing. He's literally just nothing. So I think it's just all his brain, and I think that's why the ending of this issue shows him basically, I don't want to spoil completely, but just like transforming, because he realizes it's none of it's real.
I think that's why in every universe, in at least the 2 we've seen so far, is why Batman's dead in those, is because he's nothing without Batman. So it wouldn't make sense if there was another version of him alive.
Right.
You know, it's playing into that, like, you don't exist in this universe because if you weren't Batman, you don't exist. The only way you'd stop is if you die. And I think that's a really cool little.
And I think this issue, in my opinion, was way stronger than the first. Like, I understand the first was a little bit of an info dump to set it up, and maybe that even took away from Dick's perspective or his universe. But this was such a stronger issue. Like,
yeah, well, I feel like the first one was just like a little tease at what this universe was, and then this one, seeing like my favorite. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna spoil it. The scene where the panel, the whole page, where he's just fighting a bunch of Robins, and he's just like, yeah, you know, if you were really Dick, you'd be fighting me yourself. You wouldn't be sending a bunch of Robins to fight me. And not only that, my Robins would be better than your Robins. Like, he just like, and he just fights all of them. I'm like, that's cool. And then just
I really like I like the layout of the issues, because usually when you do like a story like this, you would do issue 1 is like him versus Dick Grayson, and then it ends with him going to Jason, and then it ends with him going to Tim. But with these issues, they're bleeding into the next issue. So like halfway through the second one, then he went to Jason. Halfway through the third one, he's probably going to go to Tim. And I think it's a way to keep it like fluid without feeling like so abrupt. You know?
Yeah, feels very fluid. And I think one of the things I really like is that you really see how strong of a detective Batman really is. Like, being able to figure it out. Yeah. Just figuring, like, he's like I guess Dick had him in like a chokehold, and he's like feeling the heartbeat. Like, that's just and I guess this is where we're different, right? Batman doesn't get confused by the situation at all. Me, I'm living in that world with Dick, and I'm just, I'm crazy. You're right, Dick. Let's live together happily in this world, and I never go back to real reality. That's what would have happened to me. So, but yeah, no, it's a very good book, and I can't wait to see more of that. We have Ultimate Universe 2 years, number 1 by Dennis Camp, a fan favorite, and Javier Pulido. Cosmic, I know you got some good stuff. This is going to be a Marvel insider from Cosmic Collector.
Oh, I don't really follow a lot of Marvel, just like the Ultimate Universe. So whenever I kind of got to this issue, I was definitely confused with like a lot of the like lore drops that it was like the names, and I was like, I don't know any of these Marvel characters. But that being said, it was still really fun, really interesting. And Dennis Camp did what he does always with his artist, and that's use the medium in the most creative way possible. Absolute Martian Manhunter did it. Assorted Crisis Events did it. The Ultimates. And I think this one is another example of that, especially how Daredevil, like the Beyonder Daredevil, was like swinging around the panels and like moving the panels. And I think that's so cool and so creative. It was very confusing. I was really lost, but I was still having fun with it. So, you know, I consider it a plus.
I think the confusion, it's not just the fact that you don't read a lot of Marvel, but them playing a lot with characters and their traditional power sets, because like you said, you have a Beyonder Daredevil, like you have like a bunch of different characters that were never really Guardians of the Galaxy. So like, and they're all like meshed together, and they all have like different powers. So like, I'm confused reading it personally. I don't really read a lot of space anything Marvel. So like, just general power sets, I don't even know when it comes to that. I think like the world's so expansive. Like when it comes to Marvel, you could just follow street level stuff. If you follow space, that like, if you only follow one thing, you end up missing everything, like on another aspect. But it was cool. Like the art style, like when they did the Daredevil thing, like that was actually very, very.
I love that it shifted.
Yeah, I thought I was reading a different book. I was like, I had to like go back. I was like, wait a second, what just happened?
Uatu Ultron was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But
did he spoiler stab someone's neck? Like, I saw that, right? I was like, you're not watching him snapping necks.
And Captain Marvel just like was like chill with it, like didn't even say anything.
Yeah, no.
It's like was just like, oh, we should probably put up a force field, by the way. So you don't have to keep snapping people's necks.
Yeah, no, like I feel like we got so much in this issue that maybe Camp wanted a whole Guardians book, and the Ultimate line was just like, no, we don't have time for it.
Actually, insider, I guess, on that, I talked to him at MegaCon earlier this year.
And he talked about this?
He did. He talked about how he wanted to do a Guardians of the Galaxy one-shot. So I'm guessing they just did this instead.
Right.
Yeah. It's a big
now that I
issue.
think about that, yeah.
It is a big issue. You get a lot in this. So
he also, I think he said something about one for like Iron Fist, and I think they just incorporated that into the recent Ultimates issue that came out.
Yeah.
So
which I thought was a little forced, if I'm being honest. I kind of think there was this big, broad idea, and Camp
they
is limited.
Yeah, Dennis Camp, I feel like he had a lot of these cool characters and concepts that he wanted to expand on, but then they were like, well, the universe is about to end, so shove it in somewhere and wrap it up, you know? And that feels kind of unfair to someone who, like, with that much talent, you know?
And you believe it's ending too, right? Like, they're not...
When I talked to Dennis Camp at New York Comic Con this year, or no, it was San Diego this year, I asked him if it was ending, and he was like, it's not necessarily ending, it's just a shift in status quo, and that's kind of all he could say to me. So I don't know what that really means, but he said it's not ending. So
that makes me still think they're just plucking the best and favorites and throwing them in a 616.
Probably. Hopefully, Peter.
Interesting.
Because then I might actually read mainline Spider-Man.
What? I don't agree with you completely.
Moving on, going actually back to DC. DC KO, Superman versus Captain Atom #1. Joshua Williamson and Sean Isaacs. Probably saying that name wrong. Okay. I have very little, like, I didn't think this book was going to be good. I thought it was going to be like filler. Like all these little fights, I thought they were going to be filler. This is a very, very good book. And it gives you a lot. Like everything from the art, like going from panel to panel, like the different variations of Superman and Captain Atom, everything happening in the background. I think I was more enamored with. I was just like watching all like these different like transformations. It was amazing.
One thing you can be certain on, if you see Joshua Williamson's name on the book, it's not going to be filler. It's going to be awesome. I love Joshua Williamson so much.
I didn't expect them to go in on each other the way they did. Like I was like, how do you do a hero versus hero thing, right? And like they set it up perfectly where it was like, Superman might be a little pissed because of what, this is a spoiler, but Superman might be a little pissed of what I did to his niece, or niece, right? Niece, Captain Supergirl, cousin. And then like they go into like they're facing each other off after. He's like, shit, I'm facing you. And then they kind of go into it. And I think it's funny to watch Superman try to like reason with him. He's like, hold on, this is what they want us to do. Let's not do it. Captain Atom's like, yeah, no, we're doing it. We're doing it right now.
Is Captain Atom like always an asshole though? Because I kind of don't know if I've read
Soldier
in years.
Yeah, he usually is.
Okay.
Yeah,
kind of like
hothead.
He's that like soldier that like, you know, does what he has to do. Like when people talk about if DC did a Civil War, most characters you couldn't fit onto like an Iron Man type side. Captain Atom's like a definite, he's Team Iron Man for sure.
Okay. All right.
Establishment.
I think they're really smart with their matchups because, like you said, you didn't know how two heroes were going to fight each other. But it seems like every matchup for the 1v1s, like your traditional hero that's going up against a hero, the other hero is just one with anger issues. Like Captain Atom against Superman, Hawkman against Aquaman. You have someone like Swamp Thing versus Cyborg. Swamp Thing's probably going to have to do it for the green. You know, they're all going to have these other motives, and I think that's what makes the hero versus hero battles a lot more compelling. You know, Harley against Zatanna, it's obviously Harley Quinn, so she's going to be crazy. I don't know. I think the matchups are really creative, and it kind of allows you to tell that kind of story and that narrative.
Yeah,
I do want to give you credit. We are full on board with the Lobo theory now. Like full, really? Yeah. Like it took a little bit, like getting issue 1, and we're full on board. Like we're talking about like it was our idea. So I think you're right. Like I think it's the matchups are all for a very solid pairing purpose. Like everything has a purpose. That's really. But yeah, no. The only complaint I could have about this issue is I didn't love the end, to ruin it mildly. Like it was a little bit like, I don't know, like gave me a little bit of a cartoony vibe of just like, I'm going to take your powers. No, I'm going to take your powers. Well, I'm going to merge the powers, and I got your powers now. It's a little bit like where are the rules here? Like, we had the rules, and then they went out the window on the last 2 pages. It was still fun and very cool, and we got some really unique and brand new costumes at the end, which was fun.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, let's keep the rules tight for at least a few more issues.
I think Captain Adam's really the only one who broke the rules, because he like absorbed them to become like that huge monarch, and then he used the origin bomb, the bomb that created him, to hit Superman, which then created the origin of Captain Adam, Superman instead. Because he got hit with that same bomb, so that's what created him.
Oh, so that okay. All
and then he was able to use that power to destabilize Captain Adam and make him explode, which I knew was going to happen. As soon as they announced Captain Adam, I was like, this man's exploding.
Oh, no, I remember you saying that.
That's all he does. If you don't read Captain Adam, you know for a fact he's going to explode.
I think it's interesting that they did this as the first book. Like, they had to, for the through line of, for all this to happen, for everything to just go back to normal, which is kind of like the hero, Superman would want. Can that happen? And is that the hero stance? Like, is going back to the status quo the right thing to do?
Yeah. After
all of this shit. So, like Lex, Captain Adam is like, this is all you want to do. You just want to fix it and go back to normal when normal wasn't great. So what's the in-between? So I don't know. But I'm interested in the other dynamics of, like, Hawkman, Aquaman. I forget the other ones. But I am still Team Aquaman.
Oh, yeah. Dimitri thinks Aquaman's making it.
So
do you think, though, Superman kind of,
with his
I don't know if he admitted it or not, but like, did he mean that his world is status quo when he had his vision, or was he admitting that it wasn't, and it was a different version under his control, but like, that's not what he's fighting for? Because like, I feel like he had a little bit of like admitting that although, yes, I believe it's status quo, my inner deepest thoughts, that's not the vision that I got. I feel like that was a little hint that we're going to get a little bit more grittiness out of that.
I think Superman's struggling with this idea of like that like free will idea. Like, he has the powers of it's the Superman tale that's been happening since his creation. He has the power of the gods. Should he use this to make it the world a better place? And if he does so, do people really have free will anymore? So if he gets all this power from Darkseid and then uses it to turn the world into something better than what it was, do people really have the free will to make the world better? His whole thing is he wants to be a symbol of hope to the point where he doesn't have to make the world a better place. People do it on their own. And I think this tournament's really making him question that. And I think we're really going to see that Superman moment at the end where he's going to be like, no, I'm going to stand how I've always stood and believe that people can be better and do better. And choose to put it back the way it was.
Completely agree with that.
Which is a mistake.
I can see that 1000%. I think you're right. He's going to go through all these battles, and it's just going to be like more and more like, wait a second, I need to, like, he's going to almost be corrupted by this box, or not the box, but the game at this point. But yeah, I think it's good. I also didn't expect this to lead directly into, like, you have to read this in order to like really put it all together. You have to read all these fights.
Otherwise, I was expecting like a little tie-in thing on the side, but it's really not a tie-in. It's like required.
Well,
the opposite.
Like Avengers versus X-Men, you could technically skip all the fight issues.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. That's what I thought this was
so far. Yeah. No, this I agree. Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought it was going to be. This is not that at all. Like, you really need to read this in order to really get a good understanding of what these characters are going to go through. And when they eventually all meet up, I guess, because this is, I guess, your second round of, or third, is this third round of fights? Like, what is this?
It's
like, I know
round
this is
3, but round 1 of the 1v1s, but it's technically round 3. Yeah.
Round 3 of like the overall story.
Overall, yeah.
Right. So like, that's cool. That I didn't expect. I thought this was just going to be like scenes that we didn't get to see of them fighting in round 2.
Yeah,
I
I saw
thought that's what
people.
we were gonna say.
I saw people are mad about round 2 because they marketed it as a whole bunch of 1v1s. And I honestly think what they did in DCKO2 was way more creative than just, oh, these people are going to fight each other now. Like having all the different, artifacts that they have to chase after
Mhm.
to stay in. I think what Snyder's doing is a lot better than just power scaling and throwing two people into a battle for the fun of it.
Yeah.
It's
No,
way more story oriented.
I love that. I think the fact that we got to see little teases of them using these artifacts that they found, and then some of them losing it, some of them keeping them, and then like that was it. Like I thought, honestly, I thought they were going to keep the artifact into the
I
next
thought
round.
so too.
Yeah,
And
no,
they
they're
didn't, and I was
definitely
like,
not
all right,
though.
I'm good with that. I'm good with the fact they didn't. But like that was cool to like think like, oh shit, are they gonna have like those powers now? Like, is that what we're doing? But it is what it is. I think it's going perfectly. Like I don't think it's missing anything.
I agree. And the fact that they get to change their forms every round.
Yeah, I was
is
about to say that.
Yeah.
so cool. And there's
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
potential for all the other fights.
I know. This is just the first fight. So crazy. I have goosebumps right now. I'm not gonna lie. So we got Batgirl number 14 also this week. I think I'm gonna go to Dimitri here. Dimitri, I know you're a big
Good idea.
Batgirl fan. Yeah. So I'll let you take the lead here.
Solid issue. I like what they're doing. They kind of toyed with the idea of like, oh, there's a group that go into I forget what it's called, but it's like the enemy territory.
Mhm.
And
the Unspoken.
yeah,
Right.
I don't. That's the name of the people, but I don't know what like where they are. I know it's all in Tibet, but I don't know where they are. I know their area is like Samsara, but like I don't know.
We
the
at least
name of
know
the
they're
hideout.
unspoken and they're in Tibet.
They're in Tibet. I did like this one scene where she has to like save her brother, and in her mind, her mom is telling her like, no, he's weak. Like, why don't you leave him and let's see what he's made of? And she just like, no, like that's my brother. And it's like the cutthroat of Shiva. Of like, that's how you were. That's how we're in this mess. You're going to people's place and you're like kicking them out, basically. Like, no, we gotta do it differently. We gotta do it better. I don't think Batgirl is one to, or Cassandra is one to like really go against like all of that. So it's a good read. Nice.
I agree. I think that's the best part about this run is the like her struggling between being more like Shiva or being more like Batman. And I think killing off Shiva really pushed her to do that. Like pushed her into that point of do I become her to avenge her, or do I stay on the path that I've been on for so long? I've healed this far. Do I, regress and be what my mother wanted me to be? It's such a good run. I love Taper on Ball.
Right. Like this idea of like, oh, like your brother had the parents and your brother had this and that, and you had none of that. And look what you are. It's like you're a weapon. So like be that. It's like, no, like you're supposed to be more than that. Like it's what Batman's teaching. So it's cool stuff.
I agree. Sometimes you don't have to regress a character to progress a character. And I think that this run shows that a lot.
Absolutely.
DC's got a lot of hot books coming out this week. We got Poison Ivy number 39.
Best ongoing.
G. Willow Wilson on that with Marcio Takara. What do we think?
Another amazing issue. I love G. Willow Wilson. I love her Poison Ivy run. It's been one of my favorite ongoing since I started reading it. This issue just continued to solidify it.
It was such a nice contrast from the issue before,
Mm-hmm.
because the issue before, Ivy is basically like, yeah, I might kill you. Like,
yeah.
And this issue, she's like, yeah, let's get in the table together. Let's utilize this table and make it a real picnic right here.
I think that issue, the last issue, it really pushed her into that moment because like she's dealing with this primordial force that doesn't really see humans. It's just about protecting the green. And so that's been her whole thing since, it's always been about protecting the green. So finally, I feel like seeing that up close, like, oh my God, I'm willing to let all these people die for protecting something that doesn't even care about us, It really pushed to that point where, like, I'm going to save Janet. We're going to be okay. And the fact that she killed it and then fed it to Janet is so crazy.
Yeah. Put an apron on and cooked it all up.
Yeah, I think Janet's like connected to the rot now, it seems, because she grew the mushroom out of her hand.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you, because I was like, that's not nothing. Like, that's definitely
Yeah.
It
seems like she's gonna be an avatar for the rot now. At least I think. Who knows?
So the rot is the rot the gray?
Yeah, the gray.
Okay.
Essentially, like, it all needs each other, like the red, the green, the gray. They all need each other to function. But the rot tends to want to take control of everything because, everything rots, everything dies. So that's always like the big battle between them. Like New 52 Swamp Thing was the same thing. The rot wanted to take over.
I read that a very, very long time ago.
It's so good.
That is probably one of, if not like top 5 DC, But I just send you a picture. That's actually a Poison Ivy page back there. I'll just send that to you. When she's being strangled by Woodrow, when he's like transformed.
Oh, yeah.
I forget what issue that is now. Probably like 8 or 9 or something. But yeah, no, the one thing I was thinking though with this, so Killer Croc is a recurring character. Has not been around since he was taken. No one seems to care, right? Kind of annoying that no one seems to care that Killer Croc is gone.
Especially Jen, who literally had a relationship with him.
Yeah, well, no, she's fine now because she got Ivy back, right? Which I kind of saw coming. But anyway, so in Batman, Croc is, what was that, issue 1, right? Croc is not quite in his right mind. So the way this issue ended, spoiler, but something's going on in Gotham. I'm curious if we're going to see the beginning of a crossover with Fraction's Batman and Poison Ivy, because Croc is missing in both now, and they both reference something going on with him and never concluded right, because Croc is just still missing, right? So that was my thought, that maybe something's blowing up with that.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Matt Fraction's run is just basically going, screw everything that's happening right now in DC. I just want to tell this, which is fine. You can totally do this. I want to tell this really good, because they're not mentioning DC KO. They're not mentioning the stuff with Croc from Poison Ivy,
right?
And Batman and Robin. They're not mentioning. He just changed his suit in the in issues. I really think Matt Fraction's just doing his own thing and saying, screw what's going on there. As much as I would love for it to have all this interconnection with the Croc stuff, I feel like they're just going to ignore it.
It definitely felt like Batman started before it was supposed to, because you still have Hush 2 happening and, like you said, KO. So did they launch it too soon? Should they have waited 6 months?
I think they rushed to launch it because Hush 2 was doing so bad. And the thing about Batman is you have to have a good mainline Batman title coming out, or you're losing a lot of money in comics. It's just Batman's a huge moneymaker. So Hush 2 was doing really, really bad. So they were like, crap, Batman's not making money right now. We'll keep Hush 2 going until the end, but let's throw out Matt Fraction's Batman run, get people excited about Batman again. And unfortunately, it compromised a lot of stuff, but I'm happy that they dropped it early, because Hush 2 not going well.
I'm still going to finish it eventually.
What, the giant comic book that they put out didn't pull you back in? No? The giant versions that they made. They're like, all right, they don't like the small ones. Let's give them giant versions of the book. That'll definitely.
They were like, the only thing people are here for is Jim Lee's art, so let's make it bigger.
Yeah.
Maybe they can't see it because it's so
they
small.
Almost
let's
got me.
Blow it up.
They almost got me. It's just, I was like, I don't have anywhere to store this thing. I
didn't either.
The last one we have, it's actually going to bring us back to Marvel. We have Miles Morales Spider-Man number 41 with our friend Cody Ziegler. We haven't reached out to in a while. We gotta talk to him. And Marco Arena, dynamic team, which they've just been killing it on Miles Morales. Kyle, I mean, you're the Miles guy. definitely going to go to you on this.
So I do believe it's ending next issue for multiple reasons. I made a little quick video, but Bendis refuses to notice me for probably solid reasons. But the fact that Bendis announced doing a project with Pacelli, of all people, at Marvel, right after his return, the fact that Cody has parallel structured his story, that we're fighting the first villain of his great Fantastic run. We got to meet him before the book dropped, and just him talking about it, we were so hyped, and it was everything we thought it was going to be. And then it's been very consistent, and he's pulling from the prior run, which is a lot of ups and downs in the prior Miles run, but had some really good stuff that came out of it. Even using that, but just the way the book is going, and like how it's like at such a high again, like just Cody's really putting everything into it. I think next issue is the final one, and the fact that there's a variant that's called Final Variant. I do believe I don't know if necessarily Bendis is gonna take over. I don't know if it has anything to do with Ultimate ending either, because then that name is free, right? You have Ultimate Comics free. Like you could put that back on Miles, but I do think it's ending as a shame, because it's been a really fun run, and I've hinted before that Cody might write Miles better than Bendis ever did. I mean, it's hard to argue the first beginning of Miles, but it's been so consistent. But yeah, this issue was like huge fights and just like cool suits, like just screamed comic book. So
I think you're onto something about the Ultimate thing and timing.
Yeah, there's just too many little hints, like
the
creator coming back to Marvel with doing something with the artist, the book having variants they're saying they're ending, the main character coming back. 42 issues is a long time for Marvel now. Just that alone, you can say it's ending.
Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point. Well, I guess we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. So we have another little segment. What else you're reading? And this isn't necessarily the
Cosmic. Did you read any Image today?
Oh,
I didn't get to any Image.
I did. I was reading it before I hopped on. I just finished Rook Exodus. That's the only Image thing that I finished. I still have G.I. Joe and just G.I. Joe left in terms of Image. But no, Rook was phenomenal. Nate just got me to catch up on it and some other Ghost Machine stuff. And I see why Jeff Johns is, doing all this instead of, superheroes, because it's genuinely that good.
Yeah.
We expect this to be like the next big either Netflix or movie thing. Like this is gonna be huge.
I almost feel like they're saving. Yeah, like I think Redcoat is like the first to like show like, okay, this is our more niche genre, right? Because like people see that and they're like, I don't want to see anything about history, like it's just a general like no one wants that. Like people want like sci-fi nonsense from the get. Right, like we do, but generally speaking, like I think they're saving Rook for like their third or fourth project. Like they're gonna keep, because everything Ghost Machine is 100% ready for movie or television.
Oh yeah, and it makes sense that they start with Redcoat because Rook is in its own universe, but Redcoat, it's Redcoat, Geiger, and what's the third one? Junkyard Joe.
So High Street's its own universe too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Redcoat is in the same universe, so I think they're starting with this movie so that they can do Junkyard Joe, and then they could do Geiger, in that same universe.
Yeah.
Like a timeline. But I think stuff like Rook and Redcoat, I feel like since it's comic, like an indie comic book, I feel like it would be adapted way better for a TV show, especially since it's still currently ongoing. I feel like that. You want to do a show because then once the show's over, you can do another season that's the next story arc. It's not like Marvel or DC movies where you're basing your movies off of 100 years of history. You just have 9 issues of this series out. You need to, leave it open for more.
Yeah, completely agree with you. And it would give him time because he's really taking his time putting out books, which it's not I'm not throwing any jabs out there. He's just it's a good
Well,
thing.
I mean, you have to with the art,
yeah.
though.
Yeah. And people like give TV a bad rep, but like if you look at things like Welcome to Derry, has some insane like movie level type of production. So that's proof that things like Lanterns or a Rook Exodus show can be made for TV and still feel cinematic.
100%.
No.
But yeah, so what else are you reading? So Dimitri, it looks like you're reading Devil on My Shoulder, #1. Is that what we're reading, Dimitri?
That's what we are reading.
That was last week, right?
It came out last week. Dark Horse book. Pretty interesting. I'm trying to think what can I say about it without spoiling the first issue, which would kind of spoil the whole thing. Then it comes back out in January. I'll give the first page where a woman rushes on shore and two people go to find her or check on her, and she's saying something. That's it. That's all I can give. That's all I can give. That's really all I can give.
It's very much a hook.
And she's saying something.
The second page, I believe, is like the intro, and it's like parental advisory because of the contents. It's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
So yeah, really check it out. I enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to the second issue of the can't say that, but yes, looking forward to it.
It gets really so. Kyle Stark sent me the first 3 issues to read.
Oh, nice.
Like a preview. The second and third issue are phenomenal. They're really, really good.
Excellent.
Just to like build on top of that, it's like a revenge story essentially.
It is like a revenge
story. It's a a woman is like, it's pretty brutal and she goes out for revenge, and it's pretty insane so far. It looks like it's going to take some supernatural turns as well with like some of the covers.
Okay.
But I mean, the first 3 issues were really, really good, and Kyle Starks is killing. I'm excited for his Vertigo title that's coming out.
Nice. The way the first issue ends, you are so the supernatural part makes sense with the way the first issue ends.
Yeah,
So
I don't. Really, the first 3 issues don't lean anywhere supernatural, but just from the cover of the first issue, just like her being next to that demon thing, I feel like it's going to lean that way.
Okay.
And how all the guys somehow got like, wealthy and powerful. Like, how did that happen? I feel like there's some sort of deal with the devil going on or something.
Maybe a devil on a shoulder?
Possibly.
Maybe that's the supernatural.
Are we cooking?
We also I read this a while ago, but Kyle caught up. Captain America.
Oh, you did?
He finally caught up to it.
There was so many jokes about him being a ginger that I was like, I guess I have to.
Yep.
I like it a lot.
Ginger Captain America.
That's I've been trying to like get Chip's attention just to realize that he doesn't have social media whatsoever. Like, just been
probably
like
for the best.
Yeah, just like making little videos, like looking into the camera and be like, "Hey, Chip, like Jeremiah won't be here for that one, but you should hang out." Nope, there's no social media, so I got to figure that one out. Because I've never met him at a con. I don't know if I've missed him.
I met him. He was really nice.
Yeah, no, just haven't. I haven't.
Avoids you. He avoids you.
He has doesn't he have a magazine, like his own magazine?
Oh. Does he?
Yeah, like it's like it's his own published magazine, and basically just like interviews other writers and artists, and he does little doodles in them and stuff like that. I've seen him in my comic book store. I just haven't picked one up, but yeah, it's like his own little like comic book industry magazine.
I think
that's
found a way to contact him,
because I think I'm in his. I think he has a Substack. Like, I think I get those. Anyway, yeah, I caught up on Captain America. I liked it. I just struggle with telling me a story from the past that never was told before, and it's just like this little chunk of like, this guy was also Captain America, and all this happened, and here's the first time this happened, and we're never gonna talk about it again.
Yeah,
like grand picture, I don't know if we're gonna get anything else out of it without it being like forced, but otherwise, which is just me being a spoiled brat, right? Like, that's just like everything needs to connect. It's like, no, it actually doesn't. Otherwise, it's fantastic.
he came out and said that this and his Wolverine thing that he's doing is going to all link up to this big event that he's doing, right? The what's it called? It's not
Armageddon.
Oh, is it Armageddon?
I think it is Armageddon.
Oh, well, yeah. He said that Captain America and then this Wolverine book are like the key parts to what's going to happen.
So I'm curious, just because it's still technically in the past. Like, are we going to get a version of this new 90s born Captain America? You know what I mean? Like, are we gonna? I don't know. So that's where I'm like, but it's good. And it's only like 4 issues in, so I'm probably talking too early. Honestly.
Is it me, or is the really nice art too nice for it being like a period piece?
You think
I think that's what throws me off. Yeah, it probably needs to be an older style. It just looked too nice.
The suit threw me off because the suit was very, very modern. But I guess it's supposed to be like. So the first flashbacks are like the 90s, late 90s, and then the next flashbacks are like mid 2000s.
Yeah, it's like 9/11. That's right after 9/11, and then after that, 2000.
Right.
Did you read issue 5?
Iraq.
No, I think I only read it to issue 4.
Okay.
Maybe that's
issue 5. I guess it would be the last of the arc, and then I don't know what they're doing.
Okay,
so I guess it's all going to connect to this Armageddon thing.
Well,
so if you read it, it kind of feels like they made this character, jammed it in here, like you said, and then they like that's it. Like you're never going to see him again. But I also feel like it's leading up to him coming back because this is in the past. So I feel like they're gonna he's gonna run into him again, thinking that he's been killed or he's gone, and it's gonna be them potentially fighting against each other or on the same side, some sort of event where he's gonna get looped back in. Because
great character though.
They took too much time to give you a background on this character and make it like really hit home, and to just kill him off and like
no, yeah, I don't. That's what I mean. I don't.
Doesn't feel right.
I'm very curious of where though, because there wasn't really much hint.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have much more power than Captain America. Like he's not like there's nothing special necessarily.
No, well, there's not supposed to be another perfect super soldier. You know, there's supposed to be something wrong. Like he's the only one that it worked.
So I think something's obviously fucked up with his mental, but I also feel like they're doing something with him. Like they're gonna give him something else.
The new Winter Soldier.
Yeah, honestly, like maybe not even a Winter Soldier, maybe something like an American soldier, but winterized. Like that same program, but like
an American version.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I want him back. I want him back eventually because
the Summer Soldier. Sorry,
the Summer Soldier.
There you go.
Long.
I have a bad one.
Don't say it then.
Okay.
Put in the private chat. Don't say it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it in the private chat.
I feel like just long hair. He looks like a beach bum, and he has a surfboard. Surfboard shield, and he just surfs into battle.
It's just Fat Thor with a shield. That's what it is.
Is it bad?
Call it now. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's not great.
All right, fair enough.
It's not great.
If you want to know what Dimitri said, you'll see it in the Discord.
Join the Discord.
In the Discord.
Let's put a snippet.
I'm always there.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into it. The nerdy news, unless there's anything else you guys read.
No, let's keep it moving.
Absolute Green Lantern was really good, but that's it.
Nice.
I want to talk about this actually.
Oh no,
because the art style really he's thrown me off. I'm not gonna lie. I fell off a lot. I liked what they were doing with it, and then it lost me. I couldn't do it anymore, and then it started pulling me back in. So where are we?
What are you doing with your fingers?
What's going on with Green Lantern? I gotta know.
They're bringing in a lot of cool characters. They're really expanding on how the Green Lanterns and just the light spectrum in general works in this universe. I like a lot. Every single series so far, like all the absolutes have had their art switches, so it's definitely like kind of jarring. But I think they're doing it really well and getting really good guest artists for all the different absolute titles.
Yeah, I think Absolute Flash did that to me. There was like one book where I was like, what just happened? And then the next one I was like, okay, I'm back again. We can keep this going.
Wonder Woman does it the best. Wonder Woman's guest artists are phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah. That one's been hitting home. So, all right. With that being said, it's time for the nerdy news. Nicolas Cage is confirmed as Ben Reilly in Spider-Man Noir series. Now, the real question, does this mean the Jackal or cloning is in play?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again. Nicolas Cage is Ben Reilly in the Noir series?
Ben Reilly. Yep.
They dropped
Ben.
a picture today of like his door of his office.
Wait. So, but he's also Spider-Man Noir.
Mm-hmm.
But Ben Reilly.
But, oh, no, Spider-Man Noir is Ben Reilly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ben Reilly's Spider-Man Noir.
Yes.
But like, I don't know Spider-Man Noir enough to be like, I don't know if his name is actually Peter. Like, I don't recall, even though I just read like the new one not too long ago. I'm like, maybe that is his name in that universe, and I don't know. But yeah, they dropped a picture of the door, and people are like, what does this mean? I think they just don't want to confuse people, so they're just going with a different name. That's my guess.
It means Jeremiah will finally have his favorite Spider-Man.
Not quite the way he wants it.
Yeah.
It is the best Spider-Man.
Nicolas Cage, Ben Reilly. As Spider-Man Noir. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about any of it, to be honest.
As long as this kind of means nothing unless he's like having like not brain spasms, but like, you know, flashes of like, am I a clone? Is there a Peter Parker out there that I'm a
but it's
clone
also
of?
like in the past, so like I don't think we're doing any of that.
I guess. So yeah,
you never know.
Like
watch the
it's
show
like
to find out.
Yeah.
It's just another example of them using the Spider-Man IP to just do random crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Chips Zdarsky is pushing for an absolute Plastic Man run, noting
I saw that.
he is not tied to Marvel and wants the assignment. Is this a pull or a pass? Cosmic sounds like it's a pull for you.
100%. I love Chip Zdarsky. I love Plastic Man. I'm so excited he's not exclusively with Marvel because PKJ and Chris Condon just left us, just abandoned us, betrayed us. No, I love that Zdarsky's still doing both, and if he's down for Plastic Man, I'm for sure picking it up.
It's a pull.
Yeah.
I'll pull on it.
And it'll stretch out because it's man.
Yep. The Batman Part 2 taps Oscar-winning cinematographer Eric Messerschmidt from The Killer and Mindhunter, replacing Greg Fraser.
Did anyone see The Killer or Mindhunter?
Nope.
Then this is a moot point. Move on. No, I can't give an opinion.
I wish they would keep the same guy though, because his cinematography in the first one was
yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah,
it wasn't his fault. The movie was 7 out of 10.
I'm sorry.
No, nothing. Next.
I actually have to get going now.
Oh,
all right.
7 out of 10 is crazy.
I think I have to start going. I don't know, Kyle. That was wild. A new Godzilla anime is underway, built around a boy who inherits Godzilla's powers. This sounds like a book that we just read. Toho Animation has confirmed the series is in production.
This is why I wanted to talk about it. So I think last episode, the one before, we explained or tried to explain how Godzilla technically is 3 Godzillas, and there's 3 different universes, 3 different IPs, and they're all split up separately.
Yep. Correct.
So IDW, with our friends, the Supple Boys, you have Escape the Dead Zone with a Godzilla man. It's a kaiju man. Yep. Now you have a young boy with Godzilla powers. It's not necessarily a kaiju man, but he's got the powers.
Is it connected?
No, it's not. It's a separate IP. So we're now seeping into the creativity of what else can we do with Godzilla, and the IPs are actually doing similar things parallel.
I kind of feel like they stole the idea, and I feel like the Supple Boys need to sue them. I don't know, like or get credit. It's not like this is messed up.
Yeah, so interesting.
I don't really follow any Godzilla comics or anything like that, but it seems like every time I see a solicit, it's Godzilla fighting somebody.
Yeah.
Like it's like Godzilla versus all of Marvel, Godzilla versus the city of Chicago, and I'm like, What do you what?
Yep.
Did Chicago fight back at all, or
They won. They actually won.
oh, Chicago won?
No, they got destroyed Chicago.
Nullified Godzilla.
Godzilla just talk about their feelings a little once in a while. Let's get that book.
Let's see that book.
Yeah.
Yes. Just a novel of Godzilla.
Godzilla versus depression.
Ooh, yes. Nice. There you go. I like it.
Godzilla versus accountability.
Uh-huh.
Full series. Well, okay.
Godzilla versus the fines of property destruction.
We have,
have to get a job? We don't know.
Well,
Taxes. The Godzilla story.
honestly, there's something here. It's like a dummies book where like it's just Godzilla on the cover and he just teaches you how to do different things. Like, wow. Okay. All right. I'm liking this. That's it. We're talking rumors now. That was the news. There wasn't a lot of news this week, but we got rumors, baby. Zoe Kravitz, Catwoman, is not expected to appear in Batwoman 2. That's right. She is actually rumored to be replaced by Sydney Sweeney. What do we think about that, guys?
I don't know
That's like
about
racist.
But it kind of goes with the news before with the cinematographer, right? We could be getting like a real what do you want to call it? Like a real murder type. I don't know what you would call it, but like in the vein of that.
Murder type.
Mindhunter was a murder type show.
Oh,
murder thriller.
The whole vibe is going to
didn't
change.
see Mindhunter.
Yeah,
we went over this.
We went over it. We didn't want to talk about it. It was Mindhunter.
We just saw a trailer.
Shit. I saw the show. They're coming back.
It makes sense that Catwoman isn't in it because she left for Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna replace her with like a character like I don't know, like Silver St. Cloud or Vicky Vale or whatever they're gonna do, I don't think we should use Sydney Sweeney for it.
And that brings us to the next rumor.
There we go.
Scarlett Johansson is in final talks to join the Batman 2. Who do you think she could play? Sydney Sweeney?
No. So another version of this rumor that I saw that was less sourced explained that she's going to be a love interest that turns into a villain. So I'm like,
so the Phantasm.
Oh,
that was my like
perfect.
When you said Scarlett Johansson, my first thought was Vicky Vale, but if they're turning her into a villain, then the Phantasm,
because they're not going to do Talia again.
Yeah. Nope. I mean, they could also do. I think Poison Ivy is one that could fit really well in that universe because you don't have to do a fantastical Poison Ivy. You can just do a botanist eco-terrorist who poisons people and all these things. So you can make it grounded. That idea. Yeah.
Or Clayface.
I like that idea. We don't need vine powers and love dust.
We talk about the Clayface idea.
Sleep powder. Clayface? What? Clayface idea? What?
Scarlett Johansson is Clayface? You were talking about Scarlett Johansson as Poison Ivy. Gotcha.
Well, I don't think they're gonna do. Yeah, I don't think they would do Clayface and Clayface.
No, that was a joke. I'm sorry.
Because the other Clayface is not connected to the Batman. It's connected to Batman Brave and Bold.
Right.
Yep. We think.
And we can't have two Clayfaces at the same time, just like we can't have two Batmans.
No.
It's so confusing for the world.
I swear, people are like, oh, we can't have two Batman universes at the same time. It's confusing. Like, no, it's not. We had like the Arrowverse going on at the same time as the DCEU. That's as confusing as it gets. But like people,
that was just its own.
Yeah, like people can differentiate between two different universes.
I mean, it was very easy to differentiate the CW network
just off the budget.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's good. It's good stuff. Good stuff. I liked it. Kyle was a big fan. He watched all of it.
I liked the man. That's it. I just like the man.
He was a good man.
Just specifically the man.
Stephen Amell. I like Stephen Amell.
It was
the Arrow himself. I met him.
You thought he was.
I went to his wine mixer.
You thought he was hot.
No.
Let's just call it what it is.
He's still hot. I don't. He's so past tense. Still hot. He got kicked off a plane.
I love Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow's fun.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I know it's not Green Arrow. Like I've read Green Arrow comics, it's not Green Arrow at all. It's just Batman with a Green Arrow skin on, and I think that's why I like it so much, is because I love Batman. So I'm like, oh, this is fire.
And Green Lantern's in it.
Yeah, kind of.
And Suits LA.
Yeah, in a weird way.
I could cancel it.
All right, let's move on. This rumor involves the Cosmic Collector. Is it true? You're working on something or writing something, perhaps?
I am. Yeah, that's cool.
Pitch it. Pitch it.
Pitch it. Okay, well, gosh.
I didn't prep you for this.
No, I'm just kidding. So there's a publishing company called Project Analysis, and they have an established universe. It's about a government-created group of individuals who are meant to strike back against a evil speedster who wiped out all of the world's heroes. So yeah, the government creates this group to try to combat that. And they reached out to me to do a one-shot for one of the characters on the team. It's called Project Analysis. So he was basically just like, pick a character. If you got an idea for him, pitch it, and then we'll see what we can do. I picked Hybrid. I actually have the trading card right here, which is pretty cool. This is his look right here. But he's essentially a very Punisher-esque character. The attack on New York City that Crimson Pain led destroyed all of New York. It killed, and his family was in New York when it happened. So he's out for revenge on Crimson Pain. I am writing a year one story for him, essentially, because he has a year of being a vigilante before he gets recruited onto the team. So I'm taking him on like a very Punisher-esque story. He's working his way up as a vigilante. He's trying to track down, I guess I'll just, my villain, his name is Plutus, which is the Greek god of like wealth and fortune, but it can also lead to corruption and stuff like that. So he's the guy who kind of runs all these assassin rings, and Hybrid used to be an assassin. So he thinks that this contact will get him closer to Crimson Pain. So he's working his way up through the crime organizations, trying to find this guy so he can get information to avenge his family. I want to make a very like emotionally driven story. Him struggling with, if just because he's doing things for a right reason, does that mean that it's the right thing to do? And I'm using a lot of Greek mythology elements, as you can the story of Hades and Persephone is a big one that I'm kind of working with, and that connection to his son and his wife that passed away. He has a really cool gun called the Wrath of Hades that he built himself. It's really cool. And then my artist, Luke Dockery, he's absolutely killing it. He sent me some concept art that I'm absolutely in love with, and I can't wait to finish it. I'm about 30 pages into the script on the one shot, so hopefully I'll have it done by the end of the year. Very excited about it.
And what do we think the release is? This is going to be on Kickstarter?
Yeah, so he's already got the Kickstarter page up. For you can go in and sign up for reminders and everything. We're not sure on the timeline quite yet, but it's looking good. I mean, like I said, the rough draft of the one shot should be done by the end of the year. Luke is insanely quick on art. Like he got me like 8 pages in 3 days one time for the one shot I was doing. Yeah, he's insane. Yeah, he's insane. But then it just comes down to coloring, lettering, and all that stuff. I'm hoping maybe mid next year, but I don't want to say that's a definite because we don't really know yet. But yeah, hopefully y'all like it. This is my first really break into doing a published book.
I saw some of what you posted. It looks really cool.
Thank you.
I am excited.
Sounds great. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And we'll have sneak peeks for you in the Discord. I'm not promising that for real. Like I'm just saying. Like,
you know what?
To put them.
Just for shouting out the book, I'll send y'all some extra concept art I have, and you guys can.
Tell me what I can use for clips and what I can't.
Oh no, you can use all this. This is perfect.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's go.
Just build up hype for the book.
And we're very happy for you.
And once there's a date confirmed, we'll treat you like we treat every other creator.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
you get the big window.
I was surprised on the text because you were like, "Hey, Ryan Stegman can't make it. Can you?" And I was like, "Am I the second choice to Ryan freaking Stegman?"
Yeah, you were.
I was like, "There's got I had to have been like the 10th in line. There's no way."
You literally that was it. First choice, right up the hill.
Well, I appreciate it.
We're excited. We're definitely going to be purchasing that when it comes out. So, with that being said, thanks for tuning into Paneloids Comic Books and More. Big thanks to Cosmic for hanging out. Next week, we'll be interviewing Ryan Stegman, like for real this time. Like it's actually gonna happen, guys. Okay.
Or me again.
Or Cosmic one more time. And 2 weeks from now, we'll be dropping an interview all about Daredevil with Steph Phillips. That's right. Shout out Steph. Make sure to tune in and don't forget to subscribe and follow for more news, rumors, and new releases. See you next time. Peace out.